Chat, hello. Hello, hello. Good time zone. How you guys doing today? I need to get the timer up above me, and then we can get started. But what is new? I did my taxes yesterday. That was awesome. And by awesome, I mean that took a whole day. Not because of the taxes themselves, but I had to travel to pick up my tax forms because they never sent them to me. Where is live split? There we go. Oh. Let me just reopen that 1 second. There we go. Then bam, and then chicken clam, and then, oh, okay. Rad. Kind of get some dubs today, I believe. Today though, we are playing... Right now we're playing Leafgreen. Later, we will be playing Champions with chat. So if anyone's interested in that, that will be later today. Texas is so much fun. Yeah, they were an experience. Alright, let's run. First encounter of the day. It's a normal palace. Alright. John D Gaming at 2,740 resets for Magikarp. We're getting started. You got it. Good luck with the carp, and I hope you get it. Your emotes are not working again. What the heck? Borked. Prediction look okay? Oh, yes, yes, yes. I think you could set it for... What's a good number? I feel like we knocked these up pretty quickly. Maybe 500? Congrats on the Magikarp. Thank you, thank you. Sad you missed it. It's all good. It do happen. Again, it's like such a small moment in a challenge where I've spent 200 hours and it's happened like 6 times. So... all I can say is I hope you can hit the next one. I hope you can see the next one. But it's very, very easy to miss. Different hour, because you figure that's easier to keep track for mods. Oh, yeah, I think an hour is pretty good. We can run it an hour. Ended at 12 PM PDT, and then we can do it again, and then again. That's pretty good. I like that. Imagine only having 198 hours. Amateur! Me with 6 shinies at almost 200 hours. That's actually pretty good. 6 shinies within 200 is pretty good. Da, da, da. Ba, 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 ba. Cypher recently got your Hoenn baby in Diamond thanks to an outbreak. Pokemon only runs in straight lines. Lanoon! I like Lanoon. I love that Pokemon. I accidentally ran away from a shiny in Pokemon Sapphire. Your hands were faster than your ears. Oh no. Oh no. A larger piece of toast. Too large. Too large to notice the shiny. You're bigger than life. You're bigger than them shinies. But hopefully another one shows up. Pretty sure it was a Sableye. Oh no. Man. What's the next shiny? Right now we're going for Paris. After that we'll go beat up Misty, and then we're gonna go for a Sandshrew. But big thing is that we get gym number 2 after Paris. Paris is mostly just gonna be an HM guy. Not really gonna be used for fighting, just HMs. Excuse me. Oopa Doopa, how you doing? Mr. Magikarp, look at all those shinies. You're def the best shiny hunter, even if it took 18,200 to get a Spearow. Thank you. I get really lucky. I tend to get pretty lucky with retro odds, but sometimes, last time I did a FireRed challenge, there is that one that takes a while. I'm just glad it showed up at 18,000 and not 100,000 like that it did that one other time. There's always one hunt that goes for a while. But since we're going for 12 total shinies, odds are we'll find another over odds one. But I have been very, very lucky. Thank you for the luck, John. Thank you. And large piece of toast is now in Route 117. Granite Cave is evil. Valid. Very valid. Mr. Surly Whirly at 280 hours. You're 140 hours into your shiny Eevee hunt with no luck. Eevee best show up soon, or... No, I'm kidding. But I do hope that Eevee shows up for you soon. Good luck, good luck! You've wanted a shiny Magikarp since you were a kid, never caught one? There is a soft reset method if you did want to hunt it. That's the one I did, but... I think, yeah, the shiny can take a while to show up. If you decide to hunt it, I hope you get it. Magikarp's a cool one. Very gold. That's a pretty versatile moveset. I like that. I also need to stop moving that. I was listening to audio and I kept hearing this creak, and I'm just like, oh, should stop touching that. Target here is Paris. That's the only thing that can spawn here. In this floor. And Paris is the HM guy that we need. Got a full team now. It's all good. We still got like 6 Pokemon. 6 more. We still got 6 shinies to hunt. Like, there's still a good amount to come. Game glitches and spawns a shiny Zubat, I'd cry. I'm like really adamant on this Paris, and then the game's just like, you know what? 0.001% chance of a bug happening, probably even lower, and it's a shiny Zubat. I'd cry. Godwin, how you doing? You're at 110 hours, no Squirtle yet, thinking to do 2 switches at the same time. It would help. It would definitely help. Like, 2 at once, you get more encounters per, and then, like, odds should eventually add up. So, if you get that set up, I hope you get it soon. I think you can even run, like, you could just have the one copy, put the switch, one of the switches in airplane mode, after downloading it, and then you can boot up both. How long is that from now into prediction? Top of the hour. I think it makes it easier for mods, but it might be confusing for anyone just swinging on in. We'll see what the vibe is. We're testing out the hour system. But yeah, if you have 2 switches, then you don't have to spend money getting another game, another copy. You can just run the same game on both if one is in airplane mode. Did I evolve Magikarp? No, Magikarp is still level like 10 or something. We'll do that as we approach Misty, and also evolving Magikarp is a maybe. Like, if I really need Magikarp, I think I could. But I think it's just funny to keep as a Magikarp. Believe in you, Mushroom Crab. Let's go, Mushroom Crab. Let's go. You bought both versions? Hey, if you think about it, now you can get the version exclusives. Huh? Yeah, it's like, it's finicky. You kind of have to cheese it if you wanted to just use one copy. If you keep both online, then I think one crashes. But if you put one in airplane mode, then you can run both. That's what you were after anyway. Hey, let's go. Yeah, yeah. Speed up feature. I feel like have the other games on GBA, like if you're emulating GBA not emulating, but digital Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance, does that have speed up? Because I feel like Nintendo has never done speed up. I'm just thinking about the perspective there. Like, I can see how the, like, speed up is within the scope of what is possible. But I think Nintendo doesn't know much about, like, speed up in emulation, you know? And I don't know if they have done that. Like, you can rewind, for sure, but... I don't know, I'm just, like, thinking out loud here. Like, I think... I'm neutral on it right now. I personally don't mind not having speed up, but I'm also, like, a huge optimist and can overlook a lot of things. Feeling icky today, gonna be lurking through chat, looking through chat, for sure, for sure. Take care, Mikey, I hope you feel better. Froggy Teacup, how you doing? Floor is pretty tiny, there doesn't seem to be mushroom at all. Oh, mushroom. Ah. Gonna play some more Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know why. I always, like, mess up my words, dude. But hope you enjoy Baldur's Gate. I think I need to move the chat, like, here or something. Oh, wait, that's actually quite nice. I should do that. I should do this more often. So, sorry, this is like my own layout on my monitor that I'm moving around. And I think I set it up in a way that is quite nice so that I don't have to look at my right monitor. You're verified? Yes! We became verified, what, last Wednesday? When did Champions drop? It was the day Champions dropped. Tuesday! Well, it was supposed to drop Wednesday, but in my time zone it was like Tuesday. Finally off Route 3? Yes, we've been off Route 3 for about over a week now. And then we just got a Magikarp. So now we're on Paris, and then after Paris we'll beat up Misty. How do you watch stuff on Twitch without ads? You need to either get Twitch Turbo, sub, or get a gifted sub. You can get a free sub if you have an Amazon account, because it's already with your Amazon Prime. So if you exclamation point Prime in chat, it should explain how to do that. But TLDR, you don't have to pay for that because you're already paid for your Amazon Prime. And then you could dodge ads there. Or you can lurk in chat and then someone can gift you one. Twitch, I will say, is very funky with ads overall. Like, I like using Twitch, but they are very... they do have a lot of ads. I actually have mine on the lower end on Twitch too, so it's... They do have ads. The Fit, how you doing? Found Shiny Charmander after 5,378 resets, only to reset on the game 1 second later. Back on 200 resets. I hope that shows up again for you. It does happen. Under Oz though, that's pretty good. And I hope that shows up for you again soon. You also need to make sure Gifted is turned on for Twitch in your settings. Oh really? You have to enable that too? I thought that was like auto-enabled on Twitch. Love watching on Twitch and then when you're not subbed and then getting 3 minutes of ads, it's all part of the experience. Real. I think YouTube Gifted... Actually, how are YouTube Gifted memberships, chat, if you know? Oh, you can turn off Gifteds on Twitch if needed. Gotcha, okay. But are YouTube memberships default enabled or disabled? If you exclamation point gifted on YouTube, there should be a list. Or there should be instructions on how to see that. You need to turn it on YouTube. Okay, gotcha. That's how I remembered it, but I didn't want to assume. I'm gonna keep saying I wish that YouTube memberships let you dodge ads. Like, that would be nice. Congrats for the partner, you deserve it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, thank you. I need to upload more videos, though, on my own channel. That's like the big thing I'm trying to... One of the few things I'm trying to figure out right now. Because I think the channel would do really well if I uploaded. But I don't. Just seeing the blue/green border and realizing too late that it was the one. Not giving up, you motivated me to continue. You got it, the Fit. It does happen, and I hope it shows up soon. The big thing is not giving up. That's a story to tell. You can say, I suffered over it, but I reclaimed it. You can do it! Congrats on getting the Magikarp. Thank you. It showed up pretty early, which I'm very happy about. And I'm kind of worried about the Paris now. Scenario will be provided in the exam as he already posted them online. Like, your professor was posting them as you were asking, and then it got immediately answered, or... I mean, if it wasn't there before and then you asked a question, I think that does happen. And even if it was there, you might not know where it is exactly, so then you... I think any question's, like, valid. I don't know the situation entirely, but I think that's a fine question. Golden Fish, nice. Thank you, Kanto. Thank you. Kanto Kenneth. Alright, 340 encounters. Luckily Paris is 100% encounter. Yeah, I'm just like a little bit worried that this might go over odds. Amara, how you doing? Hope I said your name right. Feel free to correct me if I did not say that right. But hope you're doing well. keep wanting to move this. This is a habit. This is a habit. I'm gonna move my hand out of here. Hosted a month prior, but wasn't sure pay will be provided in the exam as well. Oh. Well, I think that's fair to ask. Joey, how you doing? Hi, Joey. The white flute. Which game has all the flutes again? Was it this game or a different one? I remember a yellow flute. Was that this game? You good? How am I? Pretty good, pretty good. Big chillin', big existing, and living life. Ruby Sapphire. Okay, okay, so it was like a Gen 3 game. That makes sense. It was the Hoenn games. Ah. Yeah, this one just has the flute that wakes up Snorlax, right? We still doing viewer battles later? Yes! Yes, we will. I think I set it to 4 PDT today. And we'll be vibing. I'm probably just gonna run my Tyrantrum team, so... You guys can plan around that. It'd be fun to host a tournament, but I think my brain is just like not able to do that right now. You got heads playing Legends EA trying to finish the 100 Pokeball challenge? Nice! Well, good luck, good luck! Hope you get 100 shinies in 100 different Pokeballs. And all 100 of those Pokeballs, that is. Get the 7 shine before you leave the lab. You're actually... Don't quit or going to quit? Don't quit is a W. Gonna quit, that's up to you, but I think... I don't know how long you've been hunting. But... luck is very fickle. I will say random encounters, though. They are much quicker than lab encounters. Because with the lab, you gotta go through Gary, or the rival, you gotta watch the rival pick out their Pokemon. Check the summary each time, reset. And then these encounters, like running around, they spawn more quickly. All I can say is good luck. Fickle, like Ficklebee. Whereas Hydrapple in this meta, is it just bad? I haven't seen it that much. I actually don't know. Which shiny is the hardest in this game? Is it Lapras? No, Lapras is pretty straightforward. You just master dialogue. I think people consider either the roaming Pokemon the most difficult, or Chansey in Safari Zone, because it's a 1% chance of encountering, and they run away. Definitely meant gonna quit. Been watching me since day 3, but haven't counted your own encounters. Gotcha. But if you think about it, when you get that shiny, it's gonna hit. I hope it shows up for you soon. My luck has been wild. I do hope you get it. Creation Sync! Hello, might just lurk for the stream. Faux show, faux show. Enjoy your lurk. And enjoy that side of the internet. The screen, I guess. The Nidoran? Oh, I was hoping for a Nidoran, but it's whichever shiny appears first that I don't have yet. I ended up getting a Spearow. Because it's one Pokemon per route, and it's whichever shiny appears first. Like, I have Pokemon I want, but if I don't get the Pokemon I want, I have to move on. Same thing happened with Mankey before Brock. I wanted a Mankey to beat up Brock, but didn't get one, so I had to rely on my very, very weak to rock Pokemon team. Which, surprisingly, it went well, but it was worrisome. I got scared. You're the shiny hunter of all time. I say it again. Thank you, Blue Sky. Thank you, thank you. You're my background voice. Oh, yeah. Here. Background. Yeah, I sound like, have you guys looked up audio bits or music online? And there's just that automated voice that's like, preview. I hate that. That's not what you meant? Oh, my bad. Here, let me just make random background sounds. Rabble. Stuck in Zone 15 in the 100 Pokeball Challenge. Good shinies, but you can't get any of them. Oh, like they're hard to catch? I've never done the 100 Pokeball Challenge. Are you able to weaken them before you catch them? It's a grass part after the cave, new route, or the same route as before the cave? It's Route 4, which is the same route as where I got the Magikarp. But it's different than Route 3, which is where the Nidoran are. But I won't be hunting there. I'm gonna be skipping it because I wanna beat up Misty, and Sandshrew's chance there is quite low compared to where it could be next to Vermilion. Does it take longer to encounter Pokemon on this floor of Mount Moon? It feels like it. I actually don't know. Just got a shiny outside of Zone 8, sadly, so can't go to Zone 16. Oh. It's always a fletchling, dude. They show up everywhere and outside the zone. Thought you heard Schnitzel for a second. Oh, I was saying Rabble, but it can sound like Rada. Rada. Anyway to catch. Okay, gotcha. Grass on Carp must have missed it. What nature was it? It was, Brave. I think we got it last stream, but it was Brave. Okay, Schnitzel. You take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. Rada. So come on in, feel free to do some looking, and welcome something's always cooking. We have done 100 encounters within 30 minutes, so it's about 200 per hour? That's pretty good. How much to get a Schnitzel Talk channel point redeem? I think I need to add more of those. I used to have more and I removed them. But I wanted to add some back, especially like the water redeem. I do need to drink more water. Water. Have gotten so many shinies under odds. Thank you. A lot of them are under odds. So far, the only long one has been the Spearow, which isn't that bad. Like 2 times over odds is not terrible. What's my real name? I don't mind people knowing my real name, but I prefer if people don't call me that unless I know them personally. So I have said it before in the past, but I think right now I'll like keep that on the DL a little bit more. Like some people might know in chat, but I prefer if chat just says my handle. It feels a little too personal when people call me by my real name. Unless I know them in real life. It just confuses me, because when people come in and say my name, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this person. But then when people come in and then when people say my name and I don't know them, I'm just like, do I know you? It like confuses me a little bit. Me at 6 AM enjoying the life of a morning person, didn't sleep? Oh no. Good morning, Joey. Schnitzel McFritzel the Third X Esquire. Is that Schnitzel's full name? Oh, you got good sleep? Oh, okay. Yay. Do I not know memes anymore? The 5th shiny? I think Spearow was the 5th. That one was the long one. 6th one, though, being... The 6th one was Magikarp. That one was quick. Spearow, though, was the long one. So far. We might get something longer than the Spearow, but we will see. But yeah, do I just not know memes anymore? I have not seen that. Wait. Chat, have you guys seen the Squidwards? It was a meme you saw in a YouTube short, not like a trending meme that it was funny. Oh, gotcha. Okay, especially if they're YouTube shorts, I will not know them. I don't really watch YouTube shorts that often. The Squidwards. If you open up twitter.com, it's been like all over my timeline. I liked one Squidward edit, and now I get like a bunch of them. So this is the origin, or the first one I saw. It's captioned, "When you have a friend." And then it's just like, it's like the simplest thing. Just a Squidward with another Squidward with a blue shirt. And then people have been like putting video game edits, or like media edits. Like this one, "When you steal the whole moon." For K-pop demon hunters. Or steal! When you seal the Han Moon. I don't know why I said steal. There was a Phoenix Wright one I saw. And there are just so many edits for this dude. It's like simple things like when you have two friends. When you don't have a friend. Like, there are so many of these right now. This is the brain rot I need. There are so many quote retreats that are good. I'm looking through the comments, but they are not as big. Hold on. This one's a Gravity Falls reference. When you have a twin. Like, it's just all these edits. Despicable Me K-pop crossover. Was that one? That's like the only trend I can think of right now. Show off the shinies? You know, I haven't really looked at them in a while. Sure. Pidgey, Charmeleon, Ricky Rat, Magikarp, Pomlet, and Mankey. That's a real Mankey. Oh, Steal the Moon. Oh, that's why I said that. My bad, my bad. You progress through Mount Moon to get to the area with the 100% Paris, so it's not a Nuzlocke then? Oh, it's a shiny Nuzlocke. So, in my case, it's whichever shiny Pokemon appears first. So it's shiny only, and that way I could be a bit more selective with what I can get. It's not whichever, like, it's not whichever Pokemon appears first, it's whichever shiny appears first. I think maybe you might be imagining if I encountered a Pokemon, then I have to hunt that specifically as a shiny, but that would also be quite a few hunts if it was like a 5% encounter. It's whichever one appears first is how I'm running it for now. However, that would be fun, doing it like that. You're guaranteeing when one appears, you should be hunting in the first area of Mount Moon. That does make sense. That does make sense. In my head, it's just like, this is how I imagine, because I've never done a Nuzlocke before. So I think a Nuzlocke is whatever you want to make it, and I can see it defeating the spirit of the Nuzlocke, because it's like a guaranteed one. I needed an HM guy, so I was like thinking this would be the strat. But I can see what you're saying. If anything, I can keep that in mind for the next challenge. I think since I've already done these encounters, I kind of want to stick with it, because I don't like leaving an area after I start hunting. But I totally get what you're saying. And I will keep it in mind for the next one. I think this one, overall, is a big experimental Nuzlocke, because I'm also doing gifted Pokemon, which some people might say it's not entirely. Most people assume Nuzlocke with the traditional rules. Gotcha. Fairplay if that's what you want to play. I'm just like thinking right now, because I feel like since I've already hunted here. Spearow and Nuzlocke. I think it's by traditional rules. Like, I think the chance of it being something else is like a very valid thing, because it's like you can't guarantee what you're looking for. Oh yeah, there's also Repel trick. I was thinking Repel as well, if people want to get to a certain floor. Did I get Magikarp? Yes, we got it last stream. Because people can repel to get to this specific floor if they wanted to. I don't know, I will see. I will see. I think right now, again, this is experimental, but I will keep it in mind for the next time we run this, which will probably be... I'm assuming that they're gonna drop Emerald next. Like, we're experimenting. Sorry. we're just experimenting right now, I think is how I'm seeing it. But this is gonna be a whole series. I think the first one will have its bumps. If it's too easy, or if some people don't like this hunt, then I will definitely keep it in mind for the next one. Because I didn't even think about that. That is something to note for sure. Has to be the first shiny of the area and feel like it counts just fine. Yeah, I think it might be mixed. I think I can see both. I can see both being. I'll just keep it in my brain box for now. Because I feel like it's a little too late for me to go back up, you know? To go back up a floor. I mean, I still can, but I feel like these encounters have all been pairs. Did Pair shine? No, not yet. Outside Mount Moon going for a second shiny. Nice, nice. Good luck with the Mount Moon second shiny. The Lamsauce session. I mentioned that, but I don't know when I'd be able to do that, because right now I'm still juggling just like the main, like this channel. And this channel I have trouble keeping up with already. It would be fun to do a Lamsauce session, but I think that's later down the line of life. Your rolls are fine. I think my rolls are fine enough, but I do want to improve them each time, so it is something to note. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't critique. I am very open to it. I think in the end you can't please everyone for sure, but I can at least like try to tinker things out over time. If you had encountered a shine before you reached the Paris 4, you would have caught that in Hunted Paris, right? Yes. Yes, that was my thought going into that. But again, feel free to say, like, feel free to say whatever you think that would improve the Nuzlocke overall. But I will absolutely keep it in mind for the next one. But again, this one's a big experimental phase because I've never done a Nuzlocke before. Up until this one. Even like if I run the next one, I probably won't go for like 12 shinies. I think I'll go for 6, and then if one faints, then I will catch a new one. And then maybe less gifted Pokemon. If I run this again. Because I already told people I was going to go for the gifted Pokemon, so I am going to hunt them. But your level 100 Mankey will solo the champion. Well, we're trying not to overlevel. As best as we can. But Beedrill might actually be going kind of ham. Rules are fine. I think in a broad sense it is fine. But I can make it 1 more difficult, 2 I think that's the big thing, to make it more difficult. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Like, a Nuzlocke is whatever you want it to be. Sometimes, like, there's traditional and then there's, like... I think there aren't too many people who do shiny only Nuzlockes. But again, I will say any feedback is very much noted, and I will keep it in mind for the next time I do this. Wait, 420? 420? Dang it. But yeah, TLDR of that, I think the big thing is just experimental for this game, and then the next game will improve. And I think this will be a series that just improves overall. Like, right now it may be a bit too much in some aspects, which I have realized during- we can call it a Lamsauce, true. Which I've realized as I've gone through it. But I will absolutely do my best to improve it next time. But next Nuzlocke, it would be more fun if you didn't look up the trainers Pokemon or where they are in the route. The wild or random trainers I haven't really looked up too much. Actually, the route before I did. In Mount Moon though, I didn't look them up. For other gyms though. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Cause I will say I remember this game probably the most when it comes to trainers, but if I play Emerald again, I think it'd be fun to not look them up. However, I might die. Because I have tried an Emerald Nuzlocke before and I struggled with that. So. But also I didn't know about EVs and IVs back then. This could be the Lamsauce, who knows? You should do this Nuzlocke with only status moves. Is this like the pacifist run? Or not pacifist, but without dealing direct damage? Shouldn't heal after battles? Luck doobie doobie doo? For real, for real. But yeah, not looking them up would be good. With how much time we have to shiny hunt though, I think it can be kind of hard not to. Also, with chat around, I feel like people would mention it too. Like what Pokemon they may have. So I think it's kind of hard to avoid entirely. Shiny Nuzlocke is actually a thing. Still hunting Squirtle. Yeah, we are moving along. I do hope you get that Squirtle soon. Good luck, good luck. Yeah, Paris is gonna be the HM guy. I run only with Zubat and Confused Ray. That'd be crazy. It's not a true Nuzlocke if you don't win all your badges with struggle. No PP. Struggle only. How long have you been whoa, sorry. How long have you been hunting the Squirtle for a Bald Hazer? I think I need to change the background color a little bit because the blue does blend in quite a bit. One second. I feel like that's too much. Hold on. I feel like I can read chat now. Is that better for anyone who's blue? I feel like anyone who has like the black text though, it might blend in. But before it was blue. I don't know, I feel like there's not a perfect color. Why can I not find the color? I can run it back for now. I might experiment with that later. But yes. Just accidentally reset a shiny Squirtle on 4,500 resets? No! People been resetting on their shinies. Chat, if you are shiny hunting right now, slow down a little bit so you don't soft reset over it. I feel like 2 people have soft reset over their shinies during the stream. I just gotta be like, watch out. Watch out. But I do hope you get your shiny Squirtle soon to reclaim it, Toby. Planning on hunting all the leggies at least? Ooh. The leggies. I want to get the legends too. I hope I have enough time. Because by the time this challenge is done, like Emerald might be out by now. I think it's 4 people in this stream? I remember 2. Were there 4? Like my own cam background color? Oh, that's actually a green screen that doesn't really like green screen very well. This is actually a green screen. Oh, yeah, I kind of like that. Wow. But then I can't have the funnies. It's just a green screen that doesn't green screen very well. No way you're using a green screen to blue screen? Oh yeah. Wait. Look, now you can actually see the Yoshi without the green being like drowned out. Like green screen, blue screen, wait, sorry, blue screen, green screen, blue screen, green screen. You know what's also really funny? Hi, Key. I have a blue background. I could just run. I don't know why I do this. Anyway. What are we doing? I just try to make it more complicated. And you guys can't expect to know what happens behind these walls. Thank you for the sub!
Cock and Balls just resubbed for 6 months.
Thank you.
LMAO.
Praise be the Yoshi. The Yosh! If you get a shiny, put your controller down for a second so you don't actually reset. True! Just like, if you're holding your Switch in your hands and you get a shiny, just like... just chuck it. Probably don't do that. It's probably bad for your system. Unless you have a pillow in front of you. If you have a pillow, then yes. Missed a few soft resets to check the footage too. They never were shiny. The shinies we're getting in our head. That name sounds odd. Funky odd. What about it seems odd to you, Joey? At this rate, Blue will have a shiny before you. I wish the rival was able to get a shiny. I feel like it'd be funny to encounter, but also it's kind of good that they don't get shinies because I think it would hurt if that happened. Is shiny Paris gold as well? I think they're more of like a red. Like red and then the mushrooms turn goldish? Uh, 2,369, that's insanely low. Congrats, thank you. I feel like retro Pokemon are usually nice to me. The only one that hasn't in this challenge was the Spearow. And there is another one in a different challenge. Which was Aber at 100,000 something. Which was very not nice. Thank you for hanging out, Riley. Take care and good luck with your class today. 5-minute voters, how we feeling? I read that in like a DJ way in my head. Like 5 minutes voters, how we feeling tonight? DJ Joey in his house. We have 1 badge in this Nuzlocke. Yeah, right now I'm trying to get an HM guy, and then we'll go for Misty. And I'm hoping that we get a Nuzlocke, or I'm hoping we get a shiny Sandshrew for the Nuzlocke, because it would help against Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, we have to get an HM guy. Beerus, how you doing? But Paris won't be used for fighting, really. It's just gonna be for HMs. Hope we get a Nuzlocke too, right? Hope we get a Nuzlocke. Hassel didn't have a shiny for his art class. I don't think I ever took Hassel's class. I kind of forgot about him. I think I just took Pokemon Biology, and then that was all I did. That's the only class I took in-game. End up getting Magikarp? Yes! Magikarp was 2,369 or something? You can see all the shinies with exclamation point shiny, or you can check the description. But all of them should be there. There's someone standing behind you. Oh wait, that might be green screened. No, there's no one behind me. We're fine. We're fine. Bob Pokemon Violet played for 1 hour and sold it the moment you knew that syncs don't work in-game, you quit. Syncs, like... What are syncs in-game? It's crazy that the only good grass-type attack Paris learns is Giga Drain at level 48. Oh, that's pretty bad. I think, like, I want to use Paris for Spore and HMs, and that's about it. You're gonna try for shiny legendaries? Probably just Articuno. I don't want to get a bunch of legendaries because I think that might make the challenge too easy if I used all of them. But if I get Articuno, then it'll just be in the back of the box, and if my team wipes, then I'll bring it out. But I probably won't use it for the main team. But I will hunt just the Articuno for this challenge. Outside the challenge, I do want to go for the bird. I do want to get Moltres. I do want Mewtwo, Deoxys, Ho-Oh-Lugia. And the roaming beast. But those are all pretty much, well, a good chunk of them are post game. But the Nuzlocke itself, during the main video premise that this will become, then we will just look for one. Oh, syncs are synchronized ability. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that doesn't work in the game? What the heck? I wonder why they got rid of the passive overworld abilities, because those worked in Sword Shield, right? Aside from Spearow, you've gotten some good odds, right? I've been quite lucky. Spearow was just the one angry one. The mush cab. They want it faithful to the original Gen 1. Oh, I think we were talking about Scarlet Violet. But yeah, in this game they removed a lot of the ability overworld features, except for Staryu's Illuminate for some reason. In this game. But Scarlet Violet, I don't know why they removed the overworld stuff. But yeah, I do agree that this game wants to be faithful to Gen 1, which is why you get a bunch of Gen 1 Pokemon. And you can't evolve most of them for Gen 2 up until post-game. Oh yeah, ability patches and capsules are quite nice. It was pretty good. Or sorry, Scarlet Violet made it quite accessible for players to enter VGC. Overworld abilities don't work for Ruby Sapphire either, only Emerald. Interesting. Huh. Okay, I did not know that detail. I'm so sure chat mentioned that, but I think that was during the hype of stream, which was like the first 2 weeks of this challenge, and high-key, I think I was like all over the place there, and I could not retain that information. But, okay, Emerald has the overworld abilities. Interesting. Paris. Yes! How weird are the eyes of Paris? Right? They look kind of creepy in this game. Like, I'm used to cute Paris in the anime with the little owo eyes, but this game, it's like they're actually zombified, and I'm scared. Or they're becoming zombified. They're not quite zombified yet until they evolve. Gabby Axolotl, how you doing? Shiny hunting Chimchar in Budu. Ooh, good luck shiny hunting Chimchar in Budu, and I hope you don't get too many shiny Starly, unless you want them. I would have caught mine, but I didn't have any Pokeballs. Lauren, how you doing? Paris is a cordyceps zombie, so yeah, it's like becoming zombie, and I feel bad. Is there a Paris that doesn't become zombified, and then just like lives their life? Not consumed by the mushroom? Could we get a regional form of that? That'd be sick. To be fair, Paris is under the control of the shrooms on his back. I thought it was Parasect. I thought Paris was like still conscious. Are they not? Shiny Paris will fit the yellow theme nicely. I think it's more like a red color, right? Except for the mushrooms. Paris is like the beginning stages of the infection. Oh gosh. Will there be a baby Paris that doesn't get mushrooms? Are they just born so that they can be consumed by mushrooms? Like, I think they're born with the parasite on their back. I just remember, isn't there one game, one spin-off Pokemon game where Paris is like, look at my friends on my back, they're mushrooms, they're my friends, and then you speak to Parasect later in the game, and they're like, we have consumed the Paris, and now we are full mushroom, or something, I don't remember. I want to see a Paris without the mushrooms on their back. Cold Rain MP4. Hello, gamer. Hello. How you doing, gamer? Oh, Parasect will be yellow. Ah, gotcha. Don't know if they were born with it or if the parasite mushrooms just hop on. Right? Like, when we hatch Pokemon eggs, the Paras have the mushrooms. But what if they dropped a baby Pokemon Paras without the mushrooms, and they can branch into either infected Paras if you have a Shiinotic on in your party, or they turn into I think Paras is short for parasite. They just turn into like a crab. What if Paras is just crabby? You think Paras is just crabby? Levels up holding a tiny mushroom. True, we can actually use something. We can actually use those for something. Paras is a parasitic mod, but what if it's like, what if Paras doesn't have the parasite on their back? Do they turn into something else? Did they turn into like a crabby? These are the questions. Wonder if parasites lay their eggs near the shrooms, or maybe when they lay the eggs, some spores are attached to the eggs. Maybe the parasite is just genetic, but then that wouldn't be a parasite, right? Wouldn't that be a part of them? Yeah, the parasite takes over at Parasect, but what form is fresh Paras without mushrooms? Because the closest they could look like is crabby, but they're not exactly crabby. I fully agree, they're like different species, but what if they're like a baby? What if they're like a baby Paras? Also, I just realized that chat may be delayed, so I might be like... we might be lost. I might be like trailing back a little bit. Like, when you guys get this message, type 1 in chat. And then we'll see what the gap is. That's actually not that bad. I thought that was much larger a gap. Technical difficulties? No, I think the delay is just a normal stream thing. That's actually not bad. That's better than I expected, to be honest. 3. Approaching 500. $44. Hike. There should be a regional variant where the shrooms can't survive the climate, or it's just a bug that is immune to the shrooms, maybe a bug fire type. Ooh, that'd be sick. Like, it's too hot for the parasite to enter them. Do you think there will be like a tapeworm Pokemon? Because they haven't really done too much with the parasites. Oh, what if there's a Pokemon that can just take over the other team's Pokemon? Okay, that might be a lot. Never mind, that's a lot. Okay, you guys hated the tapeworm idea. Did you ever think about the timeline where Pokemon would have just been bugs? And you just caught bugs in a video game? Like, Pokemon had so many there are so many timelines. And there are so many possibilities for Pokemon to just not thrive the way that they have been. And it's still going now. Like 30 years later is wait 25. How old is it? 30 years later, it's like it's thriving and still going. That's crazy. Because this was originally going to be like a bug catching game, and then they changed it to more Pokemon and other creatures, and then they meant to stop at Johto, but then they decided to keep going with Hoenn. And now we're at like Gen 10 next year. That's crazy. Rip Smiling Friends? Oh yeah, RIP. I need to watch the new season. I have not watched it yet. Pokemon were just little bugs till they became what they're now. Right? Exactly. I'm Mr. Frog. I eat the bug. This is my show. I need to rewatch all of Smiling Friends. I only remember some bits of season 1. I remember none of season 2, and I have not watched season 3 yet. The Gold, Silver, Space World, and Ruby Sapphire Fiesta demo. I don't think I know those. What are those? Gold, Silver, Space World, and Ruby Sapphire Fiesta. When you were a wee lad during Ruby Sapphire, a friend of yours said Pokemon wasn't gonna last after those games. Dang. Ruby Sapphire was like... maybe... For retro Pokemon fans, it is peak Pokemon. Either that or Sinnoh. But yeah, after 3, I think people didn't expect it to last after Gen 3. Gen 4 did pretty well. Gen 5, they generated a lot of hype for. And it was just so charming. It was great. And then I think things started getting a bit funky with retro fans starting Gen 5 and Gen 6. But then they fostered a new generation of fans with the new consoles, and it's just, I think Pokemon is just that big, dude. I don't even remember who Gwimbly is from Smiling Friends. I need to rewatch it. All I know is I like Glep. Glep is cool. Pokemon really is timeless. I think right now their stance on it is they're gonna keep it going for as long as they can. Is what they said. I hope in my next life I'm still a Pokemon fan. If reincarnation's real, I hope I'm still a Pokemon fan. And I better still like Tyrantrum or I'll have no taste. I'm kidding. Excuse me. Remember seeing a Pokemon game with 3D Pokemon centers, etc. It was a big development at the time, right? It was so different. And then they combined the Pokemart and the Pokemon Center so you didn't have to go to different rooms. Or different buildings. Like, it's just so convenient. For me, Gen 5 was when Pokemon fell off for me, but as I got older, I appreciated all the work they put into Black and White games. Yeah, I feel like Gen 5, it had a different charm than regular Pokemon, but you kind of appreciate the animation and stuff more when you're older. Especially with how the 3D... I like the 3D games are fun, but they definitely don't have as much charm as retro Pokemon and Gen 5. They just did so much magic with the pixel art. How are you just encountering all the Paras? Only Paras spawn on this floor. This specific floor. But the other floors, they spawn other things, like Zubat, Clefairy, I think Geodude, some other guys. You don't really like Gen 6, but you loved Oris. I liked Oris a lot. I think Gen 6 felt a little stiff because, whoops, my bad. Because they were jumping into 3D pretty quickly and they had a lot of Pokemon to animate, so they felt stiff to me. And I think they ended up having to spend a lot of their development time creating 3D models rather than like the story or other features. Honestly, in retrospect, they still did pretty well with that big of a leap. 3D hurt Pokemon in your opinion? I think that's fair. I think Pokemon was trying to find their footing with 3D. It seems like they're getting better at it, and Gen 10 seems to, at least from the trailer that we saw right now, it seems to have a lot of potential. And it seems like they're getting their grasp on it. But with how quickly Pokemon had to output games, each game really was like an alpha mode, beta mode trial to figure out where the direction should go and what does work and what doesn't work. I think all of them were still really fun, but I also feel like things could have been ironed out more if they were given more time. That being said, I think the 3D games are still really fun, but they definitely hit a different charm, you know? Gen 6 was fun. I thought it was pretty fun. I think my only drawback was that they didn't really animate the Pokemon really well, but again, it's because they were stiff because they were putting in a lot of Pokemon into 3D. But I also need to replay that, because it's been a while since I played it. All I remember are roller skates. They did some pretty fun stuff with the side quests. Not side quests, but like the extra stuff you can do. I'm thinking of the ghost mansion in the swamp. I don't know if that's accurate to what I'm trying to imagine, but it's like the ghost girl? Something like that? I don't know. I think charm is the right word. Won't lie, when X and Y came out with the 3D, it was beautiful, but now you do wish we can get an HD 2D style. If they did like a remaster for a game and it was, I keep hitting the mic, sorry. If they did a remaster for a game and it was pixelated 3D, like Gen 5, I would love that, but I also think that's kind of niche now. With how long they've been making 3D stuff, like, I think they're at a point where they're committed to it, and if they did that, it may not hit, but it would be nice for any retro players. But then they'll... I have so many thoughts on this. I think I need to think on that more. Thought open world was actually done quite well compared to what it could have been. A Breath of the Wild style full of Pokemon game. Wait, whoa. A Breath of the Wild style full Pokemon game would be awesome. I agree with that. I think they did pretty well with what could have been. I think the only drawback for Scarlet Violet was the performance issue. They had a lot of performance issues. Actually, that's one of the few drawbacks. I think the story was really fun, but they could have done a bit more with the characters. Like, nothing has to be said outright, but it really felt surface level for all the people you meet. But, again, it was really fun, and I will keep playing Pokemon. Those are just my two personal critiques on it. But performance issues are fixed with Switch 2. And the exploration was fun. I think I just want a bit more story, if they can. Shed 5 Remix would be a perfect fit for an HD 2D style. Ooh, that'd be sick. I'd like that. Just waiting for Emerald so you can battle Frontier on Switch. Oh yeah, I'm hoping they drop that. My guess is that they'll drop it by around the end of the year. Because normally they do Pokemon Day around... Well, sorry, Pokemon Day. They do Pokemon Directs on 1, Pokemon Day, and 2, if they have enough to share or showcase, and they drop another one around the end of the year, around the fall. They could do HD 2D side game series, regular battles, but maybe more challenging than the main games, kind of in the vein of Coliseum or XD, but bringing back single encounters as the gimmick. I would love that. Thank you for the resub! Excuse
Team
me.
Galactic Sven just resubbed for 2 months.
Thank you for the resub, Team Galactic Sven. Thank you. 2 months! Time really does fly, dude. It's been that long. Whoops. Whoops. So, do you decide the shiny hunts by first encounter? The shiny hunts were decided by whichever shiny appears first, and not dupes. If it's a dupe, then I have to keep looking for it, but the shiny hunt is just whichever area I'm in, and whichever Pokemon appears as a shiny first. Hope you can get your hands on a pre-owned GBA so you can play the games you missed out on. I feel like a lot of them are gonna drop on Switch if you wanted to wait and not buy a physical cartridge for those. But if you wanted to play them sooner or want to play them on like original hardware, how much are Game Boy Advances right now? Oh, no online. Well, with this game, you can buy it. This one you don't need online for. You just have to... Well, you have to connect the Switch online to get to the eShop, but other than that, it's not Nintendo online. Like, this one's its own game that you buy. Congrats on the Magikarp. Thank you, Team Galactic Sven. Thank you, thank you. Magikarp was quite quick. There's a pre-owned game shop in your town. Ooh, nice, nice. Okay. I feel like game shops are really, like, the place to go if you want to buy. Retro consoles or games. Scared of the person who is trying to buy a new inbox GBA. Yeah, I feel like that would cost a lot, right? Unopened, wait, sorry, sealed GBA console. How much does that cost if it's sealed? Are there any that are still sealed? I feel like there... I can't find any. At least on eBay right now. Lurking was successful. Grats on the check. Thank you. They were quite quick with it too. I applied and then the next day they approved it. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, thank you for the lurks on Twitch, guys, and like chatting and being here. I keep moving that. I'm trying not to because it makes sounds. But yeah, I would not have gotten partner if not for you guys, so thank you. If RetroArch can do trading over the internet, Nintendo could have figured it out for sure. Yeah. I think Nintendo... Like, I like Nintendo for how creative they can be with games. But they are a company as well, which I think they can make some pretty not perfect decisions. And all I can hope is that over time, the companyness of it, the corporateness of it, can change vibes there over time. Because they have been like this for, I think, a few years now. I think with how big the gaming or video game industry has gotten, Nintendo is one of the monopolies there, and I think they believe they're doing things pretty right in some aspects, but it takes away from the consumer satisfaction, because there is a lack of evidence on their end that things can be not right. Anyway, I think TLDR things are a bit outdated, but still like Nintendo for their games and creativity. Just, I think, corporate-wise, they are funky. I don't know if that made any sense. If anyone's buying sealed classes, you're most likely not looking to actually use them. I agree with that. I think if they're sealed, it's like more so a collector's thing. Were you at SakuraCon by any chance? I don't know what that is. I no? Where is that? Northwest Anime Convention. God, can I see which state this is in? Oh, Seattle. Oh no, I have not been to Washington in like 10 years. Has it been 10 years? Oh wow, yeah it has. That's crazy. I want to go back to Seattle again though. Are you telling me that there's an imposter among us? Someone who just looks like me. I feel like now that I wear glasses, it's more likely that I'm gonna look like a local Asian with long hair. Do you know how many people have like been inside? Like how many people I know have just been wandering around the streets and see one woman in flannel and think it's me? It's actually quite a common occurrence, and I think it's quite flattering. Ba, 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 na, ba, na, 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 na. Glad I didn't go up and say hi, would have been awk. Well, for the record, if you ever meet me in person, definitely feel free to. I think a big sign would be like this dirty brown hat, because I do wear this outside when I'm wandering around too. And nearly 200 hours of gameplay. Let's go! Let's go! But I have totally done that. I've just gone up to people and be like, yo! And then I'm like, oh, you're not the person I'm looking for. My bad. I have done that, and then sometimes... Do you ever just, like, lay in bed and then think about your moments of the day? That's one of those things that I do. I don't think it's that bad in retrospect. If anyone else did that to me, I would not mind. But... I don't know. It's like, when it happens, when you're the one who does it, you're like, ooh. You kind of just become tougher on yourself. Went to Comic-Con once, got a Mega Charizard Y button and a belt made out of an old seat belt with evolutions on it, minus Sylveon. Ooh. Pre-Sylveon belt, probably. Dustle, how you doing? You mean like random cringe thoughts at 2 AM? Yeah, sometimes I lay in bed after a long day, and then I think about my day, because that's how I, like, am able to reflect or remember that these things happen. And then I just think about my cringe moments and I'm like, oops! Then I try to distract myself with anything else. 200 hours! We're doing great, actually. We're doing quite well. Like, 6 shinies in 200 hours is not bad. I'm quite happy with it. A stranger out there remembers you because you made it awkward. You know that phrase that's like... People don't remember your most embarrassing moments? I do think that's true, but if it's like really funny of a moment, I think they're gonna remember. I think if it's funny, it will stick with me. But not in a bad way, I just think it's a funny story. But if it's like... well. I mean, right now I'm remembering a few where I'm like, ooh. But there are definitely some I just don't remember. I feel like cringe moments from high school are just like blocked out of my brain. from like anyone when we're all in high school. Like my friends and I like don't remember half of them. Or half of the moments, to specify, to clarify. After you failed your shiny hunt in Soul Silver, quit playing Pokemon for a few weeks, now you're modding Skyrim and it's going maddeningly bad. Guess you'll go back to playing Pokemon again. I mean, that's part of the process, right? When you're modding Skyrim, it's like it's a learning experience. But Pokemon will absolutely be there if you want to take a break from that. You'll take a break between the two. Just be like, oh, wait, this happened, and then the other game. You go to the other thing, and you're like, oh, I'm stuck here. Then you go back and forth. I feel like I'm being more rambly today, so my bad. But, yeah, I hope you figure out the Skyrim thing, and you get a shiny. Once woke up at 3 a.m. to drink a glass of milk because you were super thirsty, ran out of water for context. Ah. I heard that milk can give you more vivid dreams if you have them before EP. Hunting in a ROM hack for 3 days for target, losing your mind. Well, good luck, good luck! 3 days, you'll be free soon. Oofa Doofa started a new job today and said, what, 3 times to your coworker because you couldn't hear and it cringed you out all day? I think that's fair. To say what 3 times, not like the cringe part. I mean, sometimes yeah, you just can't hear someone. I had a moment where I was working at a pizza place for a bit, and a customer came in, and they were ordering something, but I couldn't hear them. It was like early in the morning, and I couldn't hear them from behind the glass, so I'm just like, sorry, can you repeat that? And then I think I asked them to repeat it like 3 times, and for some reason they kept like turning towards the menu and not speaking directly at me, which did make it easier for me to hear. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, can you like speak this way? And then the person got really mad and walked out. I felt really bad. It was like the first customer of the day too, so I was just like, man, it does happen, but it doesn't feel good when it happens. But if I think about it in context, it's like people probably won't remember that, and I feel like maybe I could have communicated better, like, yeah, I can't hear you, can you like speak directly towards me, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, learning experience for everyone. But yeah, I felt kind of bad. Maddie, how you doing? Thought I said milk. Oh no, I said milk. Sorry. I think the mic sometimes misses my consonants, is what I realized. But if you have milk before bed, I heard that they can provide more vivid dreams. So I try to avoid them, because my dreams were a little too detailed at the time. And I didn't want them to be more detailed. You did get shines before or after 5,000? My hope is before, but I've been quite lucky with a lot of my shinies, so odds are it'll be after, but I don't want to take an actual guess, because every time I guess, it's just like, nah. Like the Magikarp, I refused to guess and it shined at like 2,000 something. I'm a little bit scared to guess. All your repressed awkward memories are starting to come back to you now. My bad. My bad. I've had a lot of awkward moments, I will say. I'm like... You can probably tell, I'm like kind of awkward. Maddie B, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you. I'm like, oh, I can be quite awkward. You've heard about that, but for apple juice? For the dream part? I've never heard that for apple juice. But it probably is a thing. Do you guys have a favorite juice? Awkwardness is often a sign of high awareness that you're learning to process, what's a good thing in some ways. Yeah, that's how I like to see it. It's like learning. However, I have been like this for years and I would like to be more aware at times. There is a little bit where I became not awkward, but then I thought about it after, like, normally I'm like awkward during that. Was that weird? And then I like overthink it later. I'm just like, huh. Was that cringe? Shiny Diglett? Diglett! We have not reached Diglett Cave, but if we don't get shiny Sandshrew, then I will go for a shiny Diglett for Lieutenant Surge. Probably. I don't feel like I have to, but it might be nice. And Arena Trap can be avoided because I have like two flying Pokemon right now. And then Charmeleon might be a Charizard? No, it won't be a Charizard by then. Not awkward like SpongeBob's "Hi, how are you?" normal Bob. I feel like SpongeBob had some... It was just normal guy energy. I don't think he was awkward. He was just like, "Hi, how are you?" But in a corporate workplace, if you just encounter that coworker every time, you'd just be like, "Oh, how do I talk to them?" I guess for Squidward it was awkward. Tuna juice. I like tuna juice. What are you thinking of naming the shiny Paris? You know, I didn't even think about that. Like, they are consumed by a parasite. Mushy thoughts, because the parasite is a mushroom, I guess. I don't know. We'll think about it. If I can't come up with anything, then I'll ask chat for name suggestions. But this will be our HM guy, mostly. Also awkward at times, but it's due to the COVID time. Where you didn't talk to anyone for like a year. Honestly, I feel that. I felt like I was like on a climb for social skills. And then it went down during the pandemic. And then coming out of it, I was just like, how do I talk to people again? And I'm still kind of like that, you know? Brain rot, you know? That's actually pretty good. The brain is rotted to become full parasite, so it makes sense. Paris is not really the best Pokemon. Yeah, I agree. Paris is more so for HMs. And Spore for catching Pokemon. Those are my two main purposes for Paris. Other than that, though, it will very much not see the field. Ooh, I'm liking these names in chat. I feel like Brain Rot was like the closest to what I was thinking though, so I'm kind of leaning towards that. But I will probably ask again whenever it shines, because it might be like a spur of the moment decision. Potentially. Okay, and we also get like 200 encounters per hour. That's pretty good. If I do this like 5 hours a day, then we can get 1,000 encounters per hour? Or per stream, sorry. What if Charizard doesn't fit the character limit? Oh, it does. It barely does. It like hits the full characters. Pokemon have longer character names than the trainer, and I think it's straight up like 10 characters? I have tried it before, and it did work during the Charmander hunt. Do you believe in streamer luck? I kind of do. But I also feel like my luck overall, I consider myself a really lucky person. And I think it works out there. As to why I'm getting all these shinies. But, streamer luck I also believe is a thing. There are things that happen off stream that I miss, like, old YouTube, because people would just upload, like, some random clips of things happening. And it was just, like, the funniest thing. But now it feels like YouTube videos are, like, skits are not as authentic for that. But, sorry, I was, like, kind of trailing off from that. But, I feel like we miss moments like those that happen more naturally for anyone who's just, like, not recording. How have I been liking Champions? Haven't played it yet. I like it a lot. It's been pretty fun learning what people can... It's been pretty fun learning what people can build and what teams can do. As someone who doesn't know competitive very well, I think this is, like, a good way for me to try it out. But, I lost my train of thought. But it's fun, it's fun. I will say, can you... if you don't know me personally, can you just call me Lamp? Cause I prefer people who know me in real life use my real name. I don't mind that chat knows my first name, but I do mind if I don't know you personally. It just, like, it's like, it's more so like a confusing thing for me, cause when people hop in chat and I know them in real life, I'm like, oh, yo, yeah, I know you. But, like, it feels a little too personal. Like, I like talking with chat, but I also, like, don't know you in real life, so it's like... there's, like, a distinction there. Like, as respectful as I could say that. I just don't want it to be an overall habit. But again, I don't mind people knowing my real name. Seeing that on average you needed 2,000 encounters for each shiny, the Spearow encounter is insane. Yeah, the Spearow did not like me. But everyone else has been, every other Pokemon has been quite kind. But yeah, back to Champions. It's pretty fun. If you want to get into VGC, this is a pretty fun way to get into it. I know that people who have been playing VGC, they're like kind of iffy on it, because there are some bugs in the game. I think some have been patched. I don't know about all of them, but I'm assuming a good chunk has been patched within the week. But it's been cool. For a few years you've been working on a fake Mon Dex. To this day it's not even finished, just realized. Ah. Well, that's like a big whip, you know? Big work in progress. And that does sound really cool to build. Like that's probably... Like, the fact that you're still on it and making all those creations, like, that's very commendable. Isn't Spearow evil? I don't think Spearow is entirely evil. I like the design a lot. Are they evil, though? So Spearow woke up that morning and chose violence. I'm just glad it was something I could catch. Like, if it was another Pidgey, I couldn't use it. Ativita, how you doing? It's going well on my end. How are you? How are you? Oh yeah, they were quite territorial, in the anime. That's very true. They were quite violent, though, I will say. They were like a flock of birds chasing after like this like knocked out, injured hamster or mouse, Pikachu, and then chasing a 10-year-old is kind of crazy. But I guess they are just like animals, so it's like, you know, it's like a pack of wolves. I got Pidgey, that would have sucked. It would have been funny though, high-key. I would have laughed it off. 18,000 just for a dupe Pokemon would be pretty funny. Paris. I don't know what I expected. I don't know. I thought it feels like I've been here for a while, but it's only been like 645. I was just like, please, please, Paris. But then I thought about it like this. I'm just being impatient. Paris, you know, I'm gonna make a guess. Before 4,000. Actually, here, let me ask Siri. Heads, it'll be shiny today. Tails, it won't be. Hey Siri. Flip a coin.
It's tails.
Frick. Well, Siri's the prophet, so... Okay, next twist would be 50. I might have overcounted. I think I double counted that last encounter. This live hunt is never ending. You got it, chef. You got it. Okay, I think I double counted the one before, so I'm just gonna... Okay. And then now we do this. The Siri. Yeah, I feel like aren't they supposed to recognize voices? Why are they reading mine? I know like Alexa and the Google ones. Those ones aren't very specific to voices, but shouldn't Siri recognize your own personal voice? The story you hunt may be the death of my city. You got it. You got it, Puka. What other shines am I going for? Eevee, Lapras. I think I'm gonna... I've been saying I'm gonna go for the Snorlax, but I might skip the Snorlax. Actually, Snorlax learns Strength. I might get it. We're gonna go for Articuno. I do want to get a Sandshrew. So quite a few more hunts. Like right now I have 12 on the list. I can't really remember them all off the top of my head right now. Oh, Dratini. Dratini was also good. Spearow was ridiculous. I actually don't think Spearow was that bad. Like 2 times over odds is like quite common. I think it's just, it feels more dramatic because it's retro odds. Like if I was hatching eggs in via Masuda and I was like at maybe 1,100 eggs, that feels normal. I actually feel like 18,000 is not terrible. However, these other ones, like, I don't know. I've been quite lucky with them. No fossils. I feel like we won't really use them. Aren't you supposed to play the game once you have 6 shinies and a Nuzlocke? I think the way that YouTubers usually do it is that once they have 6, they kind of just go. But you can catch one Pokemon per route and then swap your box around. Also, this is going to be my HM guy. This one's going to be for HMs. But usually in Nuzlocke, people tend to catch whichever is along the route, and then they swap their team around. But it is something I am trying to consider for the next run, because I think I'm gonna run 6, and if something faints, then I will just keep going. If you're teaming games, doesn't that mean you can't hunt Eevee since both are sold on encounters? Yeah, people were mentioning that. I think people were saying it's fine if they're both gift Pokemon. Because they're not route encounters, but I think with how many Pokemon I'm gonna hunt, I might skip the Dratini. Like, I do want the Dratini, though. I might have to skip the Eevee. I was thinking about getting both, but I think the more I'm thinking about it, I think it's too many hunts, and I think both may be a bit too crazy to have. So I think Dratini might be the pick. Because I think, when this challenge started, I was really wanting to do all the gifted Pokemon hunts. So I was like, you know, gifted Pokemon, I think it's fine if they're both in Celadon. But I'm thinking about it now, like, I think that might be too many. Building equals route in your opinion. Yeah, people are saying both are fine, other people might say it's not fine. I'm just like... I don't know, right now I'm like... really considering, do I... like, what's the good balance for the Nuzlocke? Because I've been saying yes for both. But now I'm like... I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you want it to be both or just one in Celadon? Because I'm considering both Eevee and Dratini. Like, 1 in chat for just one, and then 2 in chat for both. But I will say, this is like a big experimental portion of the challenge. I think the next time I run it, I'll make it more difficult, like maybe just 6 shinies and then try to run through the whole game. If it's too easy, then I'll make it more difficult, like maybe no items. And stuff like that. Yeah, it's whatever I have fun with. But right now I'm just like, I think overall I'm just trying to make sure the overall challenge is like, at least difficult enough, you know? I think I'm gonna run both for this challenge for now, but the Emerald run, whenever that drops, I will tweak it out a bit more so that I'm not questioning it as much for the next time. But I'll get both, Gonna try a normal Nuzlocke with Weedle. Hey! Alright, good luck, have fun! But yeah, it's definitely food for thought for the next time. Because I think the big thing is I want it to be challenging enough. I think Dragonite and Eevee as Jolteon would be a pretty good combo. Paris is just HM guy, slash Rock Smash, Flash. Wait, did I say Smash? Slash, Rock Smash, and Cut. Those are the 3 moves. And also Spore. It's not really gonna be used for battles. But yeah, Emerald, I think I'll iron it out a bit more so I'm not too lost on it. Again, this first time running a Nuzlocke, have bent the rules around, like, with limited level cap and items being allowed. I'll probably make it so items aren't allowed next time. Shiny Platinum team, so Terra and Glaceon are 2 you're 100% certain you're after. Hunting for the free Eevee. Nice! Good luck, Lauren. Good luck, good luck. Torrent, water moves in a pinch. It means whenever it's low health. I don't know what the bar is specifically for low health. Like, it might be as soon as it hits... Definitely red. Red is definitely ranged for Torrent. Oh, it's under 33%. So part of yellow. But not all of yellow. 30%, 32%. Okay. Can the traded Mr. Mime be shiny hunted as well? The Pokemon from trades cannot be shiny, because those are preset. Unfortunately. I hope all is well. Yo, how you doing, Sonny? All is well, thank you, thank you. Just living life, hoping that we get a shiny Palace. And tweaking out the Nuzlocke a bit. I think this run is big, experimental. And then I'll probably just like add that preface in the video. Like, not preface, but like maybe after. And then tweak it out more for Emerald. Whenever that drops. If they drop Ruby Sapphire, I might skip it and then wait till Emerald. No, actually no, I'll probably do like a shiny hunt there for fun. Maybe a shiny only, and then Emerald will be a shiny Nuzlocke. Did you get Switch Partner? Yes, we got it last Tuesday. Love to see you on the grind, just wanted to stop by and say hi. For sure, for sure. I also saw you live yesterday, but I had like no connection where I was. I was like, frick. But I hope you've been doing well and that the streams have been doing well. And that you've been taking care. I have not played DDR in so long, by the way. I went that one time, like, yeah, I'm gonna get back into it, and then I just haven't been able to go again. Going to sleep and wake up at 3 a.m. your local time to watch Champions live. For sure, for sure. Get good EP Godwin, take care, and... Oh wait, are you talking about my stream? I thought you were talking about like a tournament. If you need sleep, absolutely get sleep, but... But I appreciate the thought. Definitely take care, and I hope you can get good sleep. The only way to make traded Pokemon shiny is to align your trainer and take readies to its personality. Yeah, it's really hard to do that though, especially if they're like later in the game. I guess... Are they shiny huntable? I've heard yes, I've heard no. If you're ever down to hang out and play together, let me know. For sure, for sure. I think I'm gonna... I'm gonna work out a schedule of some sort. I need to figure something out for exercise. But definitely will let you know. Thank you. Do you play against viewers and champions or not when I stream? In champions, later today's stream will be against viewers. Normally, like the past few I have not, but today I will. What am I trying to get? I'm trying to get a Paris. Trying to get Chansey, Tauros, and Kangaskhan for your living decks. Haven't caught a single one and you already want to throw your Switch out the window. Well, I hope they show up. I believe in Tauros. Tauros, hopefully, first. And then Kangaskhan after. But good luck getting your 3 guys. Been in Diglett's cave for 2 weeks. Can you get some inspiration, please? Ooh, we're trying to find a shiny one. Just think about that blue nose. And I hope it shows up for you soon. Each encounter can be the one. Definitely keep yourself entertained while you hunt. And I hope it shows up for you soon. Am I looking for a shiny Paris? Yes, I am looking for a Paris here. This guy's gonna be the HM guy. Not really for battles, but more so HMs. Chat water time, drink water. Wawa. Excuse me. Just got a shiny Ponyta. Nice! Love to hear it. Wait, which game? Ponytas is so nice though. The fire, the blue on the flames are just so pretty. You'd be lying right now if you said you weren't shiny hunting at this moment. You got it. Leaf green. Oh yeah, I feel like the leaf green sprites for shinies just like they just really hit. Or fire red leaf green. The shinies just pop more in this game, you know? But yeah, the flames are really pretty. Excuse me. Rapidash or some blue. I feel like the purple is still nice though, right? But I feel like the blue really does pop well for Ponyta. It would be really cool on Rapidash too. But I can't complain too much about the purple. It's like a nice purple. Alright, how long would it take to hit 8,000 encounters for this hunt? If it's 200 per hour, 8,000 divided by 200, that's about 40 hours. Wait, really? So about 40 hours? A little over 40 hours to hit full odds for a shiny Paris. Even then, that's not guaranteed. Hopefully it shows up before then. Did we get Magikarp? Yes, we got it! Last stream, which was 2 days ago, I think? Yeah, shiny Mega Dragonite is a really, really pretty shade of blue. It's like gorgeous. It looks so good. What rank am I in Champions? I haven't spent too much time on it, so right now I'm still in Great Ball rank. I've been trying to make sure I have enough time to get this challenge moving along. Man, I wish this floor gave me more encounters. I feel like the caves don't offer as much as the grass. Like, I'm running back and forth here. It's kind of like walking around. Like, it really does take a while to encounter. Compared to grass, that is. This is still faster than a soft reset, though. Firefly and Pegasus? Dude, that'd be cool. If Rapidash could evolve, either as a Mega, or like a regional form. Well, we already have regional form Rapidash. Galarian. I feel like a Pegasus Rapidash would be pretty fire, too. Which Pokemon have not gotten regional forms yet in Kanto? I feel like a good chunk of them have not gotten them yet. Electabuzz, Magmar, Jinx, Lapras. Parasect hasn't gotten one. Dragonite hasn't gotten one, but they have a Mega now. Not just regional. Regional and Mega and new forms. Oh, Dugong hasn't gotten one. Seal. Arbok. Coughing has one. Victory Bell has a Mega now. Yeah, I thought Lapras would get a Mega. I'm surprised it didn't, but it has a Gigantamax form, I guess. Oh yeah, Golduck doesn't have one. Starmie has a Mega now. Farfetch has Surfetched. Yeah, the fossils don't really have any forms. Except for Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl has a Mega. Like, Meowth has like four different forms? Kanto, Alola, Galar. I feel like I'm missing one. Are those three? Mega Meowth. Yeah, Golduck would be cool. Mega Parasect. I feel like if they drop the Gigantamax feature again in Pokemon, Parasect would have its own Gigantamax form. Oh yeah, Vileplume hasn't been touched yet, huh? Yeah, Meowth has a G-Max. Why'd I choose Paris? Paris has, it can learn HM moves. Yeah, Cloyster hasn't gotten one yet. The hunt after this will be Sandshrew after we beat Cerulean Gym. Before Lieutenant Surge, maybe after SSN. Got your Bulbasaur shiny after 3 weeks. Nice! Nice. Congrats. 3 weeks. You stuck with it, and now you got it. Yeah, Rhydon doesn't have anything yet either, huh? I feel like there are a lot of Kanto Pokemon that do, but then, you know, you kind of forget about the ones that don't have a form yet. I feel like they did the ride Pokemon in Gen 7, which is maybe why they skipped over Rhyhorn. Oh yeah, he did get Rhyperior. I forgot about them. Like, Magmar and Electabuzz did get new forms. I think they're not gonna do anything with Jinx. I don't think... Like, since Jinx had controversy, I don't think they're gonna give Jinx a Mega, or not Mega, a new form. Unfortunately for all y'all Jinx fans. Rhyperior. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. I was reading chat there. Smoochum. Yeah, they added Smoochum as a baby Pokemon, but then they haven't done anything with Jinx since. Like since Gen 2? Regional Magikarp and Gyarados would be quite fire. Hey, Giantodon! How would y'all rank the Pokemon gimmicks in terms of how much you like them? I think for me, Megas, Dynamax, Terrestrialization, then Z moves. Mega Octillery. For some reason, I thought that was already done. I don't know why. I think I'm thinking of Alpha Octillery from Legends Arceus and thought that was significant. But they should give... That could be a new form. Mega Octillery would be pretty cool. But that's Gen 2. I feel like Gen 1 they're like trying to give each Pokemon in Gen 1 their own new form. Or like some expansion on them. I'm sure over time every Pokemon will have their own gimmick. Beta version of Octillery was a tank, make it happen. Octillery's kind of a tank, right? I think they just have like this snout thing, then they made them a squid. Regional Octillery is actually just like a giant tank. That'd be so cool. Well, actually, G-Max Octillery, I can see that happening. Spearow feels unfinished given evolution. You know who feels unfinished to me as a bird? I feel like Kilowattrel needs a bit more. Like, I was playing Scarlet Violet and I liked Wattrel. But it felt like Kilowattrel needed one more evolution. I expected one after Kilowattrel. Like, it looks cool, but it feels a little too, maybe a little too sleek to be like a full. You know, it feels like it's like in the awkward middle evolution, middle evolution stage. Gigawattrel, exactly. Like, I feel, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm more familiar with Gen 1, but Spearow feels like a fully evolved Pokemon. But Kilowattrel's kind of missing that for me. You have a shiny one named Thunderclap? I like that. Cyclozar is like that for me, it looks like it should evolve. Cyclozar is definitely meant to look like Koraidon and Miraidon, but they didn't do anything with it. I think it's just the implication that, yeah, Cyclozar is maybe a descendant of Koraidon, and then like a predecessor for Miraidon, but it felt like they never mentioned it. And I like Cyclozar. Maybe they'll do more with them later, I don't know. Like in Gen 10. Spearow feels like Ho-Oh, but at home. You know, I can see that. I'm not gonna lie, Spearow looks like they can evolve the Moltres, and then Moltres looks like they can evolve into Articuno. Or not Articuno. Moltres can evolve into Ho-Oh. It kinda looks like, if you put them all together, it seems like they would evolve into each other. Seems like they were calling back to Taillow and Swellow with Wattrel and Kilowattrel. I can see that. That makes sense. Like the two Pokemon in a line. And then there's like that tiny bird and then that big bird. I see it. Some of the NPCs ride Cyclozar. Yeah, I just feel like they didn't mention them much. Like it's... Like there's visual storytelling, but... I feel like it would have been cool if they dove into that a little bit. You still haven't found this thing? Stop slacking? My bad, my bad. My bad, Joey. You're out here with your shiny Jirachi from Gen 3. You're right. I gotta take those words as advice. You're the bro. I need to stretch more. You totally hunted that? Right! Yeah! What do we want? Paris? Paris is gonna be our HM guy. Not gonna be used for battles, just HMs. And also Spore. Spore would be nice. You could evolve Arcanine again to make him look even more legendary like Raikou / Entei. Apparently, Arcanine was meant to look like... Or sorry. Arcanine was meant to be a legendary initially. Until they swapped Arcanine out with the birds entirely. Supposedly the evolutions are related to the legendary dogs. I think that was the theory, but I think Pokemon deconfirmed that. But it does, it would make sense. We just, the unfortunate thing though is that if that theory is debunked, then we don't really know which Pokemon Suicune, Entei, and Raikou came from, if not the evolutions. It was meant to be a legendary or pseudo-legendary. Yeah, like if you look at if you watch the anime, they have Arcanine in the corner, they have like Ho-Oh, and then two other guys that I can't remember. Did I get the Magikarp? Yes, we got it 2 days ago. Quite quickly, actually. I feel like I didn't spend too much time hunting it, and it just showed up real quick. Yeah, that exact plaque. When Ash is on that call with Professor Oak, like Arcanine's on that too. With the, I remember Ho-Oh being there, but I don't remember the other Pokemon. Rico, how you doing? Ba, ba, ba. Arcanine and the 3 legendary birds. Was it all 3? I feel like if it was all 3, Ho-Oh was one of them, so maybe they didn't have all 3 of the birds, but maybe 2 out of 3 of the birds? I can't remember. Because Lugia didn't exist back then. I was like, what's the dog doing there? What the dog doing? Would I name the Magikarp? The Magikarp's name is gonna be Magikraft, like craft single, but we didn't name them directly yet because it was nicknamed before Shiny Check, so I just skipped the nickname part. But we'll name them in Lavender. Subscribe to the theory that the Pokemon that perished in the fire were just non-legendary versions of Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, similar in appearance, just not as powerful before resurrection. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, double. No, you're good, you're good. I feel like in my head it makes sense that we got a shiny, so we can nickname them now. But nowadays, what's this talking about? Friggin' sorry. Oh yeah, but nowadays, like you can nickname your Pokemon whenever, but in this game it's like you gotta go to a name reader. Try Nuzlocke in Gen 2. I do want to do that, but it'll likely be Gen 3 next, based off like when Pokemon's dropping games. And re-releasing them. I wanted to go in order, but I don't think they're gonna go in order for Nintendo. And back in my day, we had to get a name tag to nickname them. Is this like Minecraft? Pokemon Home error has been fixed. I heard that people were not getting the error maybe 3 days after the game. But I think it's been officially patched. That was so long to do. Oh, the name tag thing? Is there another way to name them now? I'm still like in my old-timey ways of Minecraft using name tags. It's been long fixed? Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's like long fixed. I heard that it was better and the issues weren't happening as much around day 3. But it may be officially fixed. Like, recently. Like a couple days ago? I don't know. How much do you see the Champions meta change when they add things like Mega Blaziken, Salamence, and Metagross? I think it'll definitely be different. I don't know enough about VGC to really say. But I'm sure it'll be different. Salamanca. I do like the name Salamanca. Salamanca. Finally got Skyrim to load with it crashing the desktop. Soul Silver is gonna have to wait. Ooh. Let's go, let's go. I feel like we could be getting re-releases of the GBA, DS, and 3DS games so they can shut down Bank. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I feel like they're doing GBA, DS, and 3DS games because they did shut down 3DS online features, but Bank is still up. But Bank will definitely not be a permanent thing. Champion. Oh, yes, I claimed that one. I think they have a Gardevoir event right now that I have not claimed yet, though. I got the Dragonite and the Machamp. I think there's a Gardevoir I have not gotten. Is there anything else? Because I've only heard about those 3. And the only one I haven't claimed yet is Gardevoir. Hope you get your shiny today. Oh, thank you. Currently hunting Starly and Brilliant Diamond. Good luck with the Starly. Hope it shows up for you. Good luck. And thank you for the luck as well. We will give each other luck, and then eventually our luck gauge will be full. Because it doesn't subtract from each other's, right? I don't know if I explained that very well. You claimed the Dragonite and sent it back because it wasn't a shiny and it was like stinky, right? I'm just like, imagine giveaway Pokemon had a chance to be shiny. I would roll for that. If they let me. I also almost, speaking of rolling, I almost just soft reset. They could get guard for being in the tournament. Oh, that makes sense. Yes, sir. Can I please have some luck? Luck. Bam. 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 Saladmancer would be a killer name for a salad topping brand, bringing life to your salad. The Saladmancer. That'd actually be very fire, you're right. Are there any Pokemon you don't like enough to skip if it were shiny? If in this challenge, probably not. I'm just gonna catch whichever shiny appears that I can catch, unless it's like a dupe. Because I can't use dupes. In other challenges, though, I tend to not skip over shinies. If it's shiny, then I just catch them. But yeah. Thoughts on Lantern shiny? In your opinion, it's not... It's one of, if not the best shiny to have ever existed. It's up there with Fernando. I think it's pretty nice. I don't think it's my personal favorite, but I do think it's nice. But I think I need to look at the 3D shiny sprite, because I've only gotten it in... Or sorry, I need to look at the 2D shiny sprite, like the pixel art, because I think I've only seen it in 3D, and it doesn't quite hit the same. Potentially. Who am I looking for now? I'm looking for Paris, that's an HM guy. Cinnabar, more like salad bar, so true. I like Veluza. Veluza's cool. I feel like the design is really sleek. I can imagine people have like very bad experiences with Veluza as they are exploring the waters of Scarlet Violet. But I don't think I did that enough. And honestly, them mugging me was really funny. The Veluza, that is. Under 2,500 Magikarp, nice. Thank you. Hoping this one also doesn't take too long. But that might be greedy. Mega Snorlax, that'd be pretty cool. We do have a Gigantamax Snorlax, but not a Mega one. Same reason as Lapras. I feel like both were Gigantamax, but neither were Megas. Gengar, though, is both a Gigantamax and a Mega, so I don't know. I don't know how to decide. Let's go shiny Pudgy. Let's go Pudgy! By making your character walk around in that space, you're keeping them in solitary confinement. True. Were you able to make a pre-order from Pokemon Center yesterday? Or... For what exactly? You might be thinking of someone else. I don't think I was gonna order anything from Pokemon Center. Maybe? For Bee Wizard. Yesterday I was doing my taxes. Oh, is it a TCG thing? Oh yeah, I don't do TCG because it's too heavily scalped and I think it's too stressful to deal with. I used to like buy a pack or two for fun and open them like a booster pack. But now I'm like, I feel like it's too scalped. I don't like the new mechanics other than the mega idea. I find there are a lot of designs over the top, but like the concept. I think I like new design gimmicks, which is why like megas are up there for me, and then Gigantamax. I think terrestrialization was a fun feature, but you know, I feel like Legend ZA was hype because they got to drop new megas. And if they drop Gigantamax forms, I think that could hit too, if they ever do like Legends Galar. But yeah, I personally like those. I think Z moves, I think I just need to play Gen 7 again, because it had the least impact on me, but it's because it came out when I was in college and I didn't finish the game. I spent the least amount of time in Gen 7 for sure. Which is maybe why I'm not too attached to Z moves. Potentially. You ordered your limits yesterday? Nice, Nate. Nice, nice. Yeah, I didn't know that they were dropping TCG. Are you gonna hunt every single encounter in the game? No, I'm doing a Nuzlocke, so it's one encounter per area. I'm not gonna be doing every route. I'm just shiny hunting what I feel like I need. Like, I have 6 shinies right now going into Misty. This will be the 7th, but this is gonna be my HM guy. This one's not really gonna fight, except for maybe Spore and HMs. But I will be skipping around in routes. So, not hunting every shiny in the game, because that's a Professor Oak challenge rather than a Nuzlocke. But a decent amount of shinies will be found. Okay, yeah, that's the right number, sorry. I don't know why, I thought I read a 12. Don't like almost any Pokemon designs after Gen 4, they just seem... Oh yeah, I think the style has definitely changed after Gen 4. I think there are some that... I think there are a good amount that hit, but I can also see people who are Gen 4 and before fans who just don't see them as... They don't have the same charm or design as... or aesthetic as Gen 4 and before. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Gen 4 is kind of on par with being different enough from Gen 3 and before, but I don't know. But I think each generation has their own pros and cons. Like, not every generation's perfect. I can see how the aesthetic for some generations are just not it for some people. I think that's valid. Sawk and Throw were designed by Ken Sugimori? Oh, really? Dang. I can see them feeling like Pokemon. I know that's that was the big discussion with the starters as well for Gen 10. Like, people were on the fence, like, does this feel like Pokemon? Does this not feel like Pokemon? That was the discussion. In my opinion, they feel like as similar to Gen 9 as they can be. Actually, I guess for me, after Gen 7, they definitely hit a different itch. Like a different spot. Like, Gen 4 is maybe the start of something different. Gen 5 is like its own thing. I don't know why. Gen 5 to me in my head is like its own thing. Then Gen 6 and 7 are like their own category. And then Gen 8 and 9 are pretty similar. And then Gen 10 is like as close to Gen 9. Or closer to Gen 9 than Gen 8 is to Gen 9. What? What, Joey? What? What 2 gens did I say? You know, when I said it out loud, I was expecting one person. I'm glad you caught that, Joey. What did I say? Huh? Can you relay it to me? Yeah, Pokemon Stadium is also very very nice, and I was gonna say nice and neat, and then it turned into night. Something about a 6, uh-huh. So what comes after 6? Whoops. Oh, hello, sir. I have not been on this floor yet. That guy threw me off. 7! There's Joey. With champions, you think Pokemon has never been better. Caught a shiny over the weekend in Pogo and was using it in competitive battles literally minutes later. I think, champions is a really good way to get into VGC. It's really accessible. You can just use the in-game currency to set up your Pokemon. I think it still falls under the line where it's a new Pokemon game and it will drop with glitches, and it being multiplayer, like an online server that people use, it's definitely gonna have its glitches. But aside from the bugs, it's a really fun VGC game. Mega Machamp with 6 arms? Didn't they do that with the Gigantamax? I actually can't remember what the Gigantamax Machamp looks like. G-Max Machamp. Oh no, that's 4 arms. Sneasler is just one of the best Pokemon of all time. What were they cooking? Sneasler has been frying me in VGC. Not falling for a new brain rot of 2026, which is Goo Goo Gaga. Is that the new thing? Did that replace 6-7? I actually don't know. Is there a new thing? You need to make him look goofy, but we also need to make him be able to rival Mega Rayquaza. That's crazy. I didn't even realize I could do that. Like, rival Mega Rayquaza. Below Kirkenuinly. 6-7 maxing. Real. So real. So valid. It would lose, but like in usage. Oh! Oh, that makes sense, that makes sense. Also, for anyone who's here, tomorrow, I will say stream might be a bit late, like maybe noon start time, maybe 1 PM start time, PDT. Because I have a dentist appointment and I don't know how long that'll take. It's for my tooth. My tooth. Oh yeah, slacking in VGC is wild. Like, that's stronger than a pseudo, right? But the big thing is Truant. That limits slacking. Snorlax is also nice. Snorlax be thick. Thick. Champions Only uses a fully evolved Pokemon. I wonder if over time they'll add other Pokemon for events, like baby Pokemon in VGC, but for the game itself, I can see them just adding the fully evolved Pokemon, because if you're running VGC, then odds are you're just gonna run them, and it's less for them to code in that aspect, or animate. Which I think is fair. Maybe over time they'll add them, but right now I think this is a decent approach so that they don't have too much in the game at drop, and then it's like a lot, and they spend time, so that they don't spend time just working on those Pokemon rather than the game itself. Could you skill swap your own Pokemon in double battles? Oh, for slacking? I was just thinking that as I was talking about it. Like, I wonder if you're able to skill swap. I don't know. All this time in this game? Yes. But yeah, a lot of them are yellow. I think the Dratini will hit as soon as we hunt that, and the Eevee. Charizard's is also pretty fire. We did not get a Nidoking. Our Nidoran male would have been super nice. But I will be hunting in Heart Gold Soul Silver at some point. Don't know when yet. And after this, I wanted to do Gen 2, but odds are they're gonna drop Emerald next. We shall see. Or Ruby Sapphire, then Emerald. No offense, but you seem like a really big Butterfree fan. I don't think that's something to be offended by, but I also don't know where the Butterfree comes in. I'm not offended, but I'm curious, because my team has no Butterfree. We called Butterfreaks where I'm from? I do like that. I mean, you can call me that. I'm not too big on Butterfree, I think, but I think that'd be funny. Who's the target right now? Paris. Open for a shiny Paris. For HMs. And Spore. So I can go and come to the game and people will just use wide guard or follow me to protect him, and then he will be scarfed max speed and one-shot things. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Snorlax does seem quite wild. You can skill swap. There is a build where you can use Mech Starmie to skill swap huge power. Tyranitar. I think I saw a clip like that. Was it? I feel like Starmie picked up after the Wolfie video. The Mega Starmie. Free butter. The influence Wolfie has in VGC is actually really cool. Like Incineroar, right now people are trying Mega Starmie. I think Wolfie just uploaded a new video with a different Pokemon. I forgot which one, I haven't watched it. But there's that one. Wolfie is a menace and must be stopped / silly. We gotta send Wolfie a strongly worded email. Don't know about what. Just be like, you're too good at the game, please stop. Daisies, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Looks like Mankey the shiny Beedrill needs a friend and shiny HM user Paris. We got this. Come on, Paris, become Beedrill's friend. Mankey the Beedrill. Become their friend. As soon as you shine, only shinies are allowed to befriend the shiny Mankey Beedrill. Love doing Zoroark pretending to be Incineroar, catches people off guard. Yeah, that caught me off guard. People have done that to me on ranked. I can't wait to play with viewers later. That'll be fun. Is the whole party shiny? Yes, the whole party is shiny. This is a shiny only Nuzlocke. We can only use shinies. And one shiny per area. Or route. Mega Evolution for him and wins the waves. That'd be cool. I would assume that they wouldn't just use Mega Evolutions for only Legend ZA. So I'd imagine Gen 10 has Megas too. Would be my guess. But if they don't, they'll probably add some other gimmick. Will this be the last shiny before you continue the story? I'm gonna continue the story after this Paris, but I will be hunting for a sand shrew later. There will be maybe 6 other shinies that we hunt, but we will be trying to progress the story as much as we can. The sand shrew will just be like a prep for Lieutenant Surge. And then after that, there will be gift Pokemon we'll hunt. And then after the gift Pokemon, we pretty much are gonna be progressing through the story. I think the last hunt will be Articuno. Come on, Paris. Come on. The fish, shiny Magikarp is a brave nature. which is very nice. Boosted attack, but lowered speed, just like my Charmander. I don't know why I have two Brave Pokemon, but I like it. Jolly Charizard Y outspeed Scarf Basket Legion. You just lost his? Oh my. Oh my. I'm thinking about that wave crash on Charizard Y that I did that left the Charizard with 1% health. I was like, you know, that's just unfortunate. That person had a lot of plot armor. Brave fish. Yeah, Mega Kabutops would be cool. I was hoping with Legends ZA they would drop more Mega Fossils, but they didn't do that. I was hoping Tyrantrum and Aurorus would get some new form, like a new Mega. Or a Mega, but they didn't do anything with them. Aerodactyl is still the only one with a Mega that is a fossil. Mega Miltank will be a tank. This tank that's milk, that'd be so funny. Just a tank filled with milk. Signature move, Milk Wave, I don't know. Opting the last respects due to the fear of drought had 2 down 2. Oh. Muddy milk? Ew. Wait, that's just chocolate milk, right? That actually sounds pretty good. I kind of want chalky milk. You know what? I'm gonna look up a Shiny Paris in case I miss it. Shiny Paris. Gen... FireRed Leafgreen. Oh yeah, that's pretty noticeable. Alright, it's like a reddish-brownish color, but the mushrooms are yellow, so... what was I gonna look up? I was gonna look up something else, but I forgot. That's a-okay. Yeah, Whitney's Miltank was very thick. I had trouble beating it when I was younger. Have I ever been in a street fight? No. I don't think I wanna be. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan at the dojo? I thought about it, but I feel like I won't really use them. So I'm probably gonna skip that one. I think I'm gonna cap it at like 13. I have like 12 targets. 13 might be if I miss one and then need... Not miss one, but like I get a different Pokemon than the one I need. Like the Sandshrew. So I might go for Diglett after, so that would be 13. Trying to see if that's got this one bad. It's not gone bad. But we'll be doing quite a few of the gifted Pokemon, just not the... We're gonna be skipping Hitmonchan. Hitmonlee, fossils. And... I was thinking I'd get Snorlax, but I might even skip Snorlax. As much as I want to, I just don't know if I'll use it, you know? And I already have a lot of shinies that I am worried they're gonna get knocked out. which is the big point of the Nuzlocke, but we haven't lost anything yet, which is not as scary. $13,702 software sets for Bulbasaur. Please save me. You got it, Frankenstein. Please, please. Stick with it. It's gotta be soon. May you be saved soon. Milky Wave? Like, wait, I do like that. Like the Milky Way galaxy, but as a wave? Flygon, how you doing? Rest and sleep talk is broken. Wits and rocks? Yeah, that does seem crazy. Just like, thick, can still attack, wakes up in maybe 2 turns. What are the turns for being asleep? Is it set to 2 now in Champions, or something else? Because freeze and sleep are all set turns now. And paralysis... Something's different about paralysis. It's 3 turns. Oh, okay, thank you. That Paris did not want to show up. Jose! Good luck from Portugal. Thank you. Much appreciated. I believe. You know what? Magikarp Shell. As soon as I find Magikarp Shell, hold on. Magikarp Shell. Will this shine today? Whoa! Will it show up by 1,000?
Yes.
Wow, wait, she believes in me today. Which means I probably... Wait, hello. Are you lying?
Yes.
Wait, what the heck? Is today the day that you just say yes?
No.
Okay. So am I getting this today or nah?
No.
Okay, are you being honest about this one?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just see it, honesty. Why are we asking the guest lighting conch show? Siri was the true prophet last hunt, but I wanted to give Magikarp Shell another chance. We need Rotom milk and Rotom cookies. Are we milking Rotom, or what's the context there? Come on, Paris. Rotom has possessed a glass of milk. Oh, okay. I was like, I ain't know we can milk a Rotom. I look for Paris. Paris is gonna be the HM guy. So that way I don't have to teach HM moves to the other shinies. Like Cut, Flash, Rock Smash. So it'll be quite useful there. Other than that though, not really for battle. Magicon Shell says that Chef will get their shiny Squirtle. I believe. I believe. Excuse me. Alright, I think I'm gonna run this stream for about 4 hours, and then we're gonna switch to champions. So... 1 more hour of Paris. And then... I'm gonna be battling chat in champions. I've never hosted a room before, so... People might be able to just hang out and battle each other while they wait. I think the big thing though is that people may have to hide the screen so that they can't read my attacks. While I fight people in champions. Your team isn't ready? Honestly, mine is, like, still a work in progress, too. What bug is Paris based on anyway? That's what I was wondering. I was just like, it's like, maybe the closest to a crab is not exactly a crab, but it's, like, being consumed by a mushroom. Like, I don't know. I do not know. Do I think my low tick will get a mega? Oh, it'd be cool if they did. I feel like one day they could, but among all the Pokemon, I don't know if they will give my low tick one. Cannot hear you all of a sudden? You might need a refresh. Can someone tell Mando, Mario they might need a refresh? Potentially? In the YouTube chat? Because apparently YouTube just does not have audio sometimes for some reason. Alright, thank you Tanner, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Flygon, I feel like Flygon deserves a Mega. I think the only reason why they didn't give Flygon one is because people have made so many fan designs for Flygon as a Mega that it's really hard. I'd imagine they were afraid of plagiarism. And lawsuits and stuff. Because with how many designs are out there, there's a very high chance that what they make may be a little too close to what someone else has made. But it would be cool if they got a Mega for Flygon. PC 8, I gotta restart. Oh, gotta love your 12-year-old tower. Ah, yeah. Classic. My old tower was like... You know... I don't think it lasted that long, if I think about it. Like, 5 years it was just chugging. And to be fair, I think I just... downloaded a lot of viruses on it, and it was struggling. contest. I think contests, they don't really do contests for Pokemon designs. Like, they do contests for TCG, but not for the game. I think it's so, one, things don't leak, and two, I think they just keep it within their design team. I don't know. What computer do I use now? I got it pre-built. I don't really remember the specs. I got it like 3 years ago now. But this one's much better than my one before. Graphics card is nice. I got an i5 processor, that's always chill. Got some RAM. I think it's 32GB RAM. Hey there, how you doing? They said they tried, but all their designs were banned because they couldn't figure out how to improve Flygon's design. You know, that also makes sense. I feel like Flygon's just really peak, you know? I feel like it's a combination of Flygon already being peak, and maybe they were trying to make Megas, but they... I think it still falls in line with the plagiarism part. I'm worried about plagiarism. Combination of both, maybe. Turn Greninja upside down? Well, Greninja isn't constantly upside down, right? Like, Greninja's on a shuriken. I think the design of Greninja is really cool. Like Mega Greninja, but it is very similar to Ash Greninja. So it wasn't, like, too surprising there, I feel. But it's still very sleek and very cool. The preview, the Greninja was upside down, but I feel like it's... In my opinion, it was good. Windows 11. Oh yeah, I do not run Windows 11, or I prefer not to. I miss Windows 7. I feel like a boomer saying that, but I don't know. Windows 7 just felt good. What I'm looking for now? I'm looking for a Paris for an HM guy. And then there will be other shinies I hunt too, because if a Pokemon wipes, it's permadeath. Like, this is different than a Shiny Only challenge. Shiny Only challenge, you can just run the 6. And it's not a Nuzlocke, so they don't faint. Some people do run Nuzlocks with only the 6. And then they progress through the game, but my team is, like, very much not... not doable, because I have, like, 2 birds. And then Charizard's gonna be... or Charmeleon's gonna be a flying type. It's gonna be kind of rough. So I'm gonna get some more guys along the way. Partially for fun, but also because I think I need it. Because again, I've never done a Nuzlocke before. Running till 3? Yeah, this stream is gonna be till 3 and then we'll go straight into Champions. Ash Greninja is unfortunate because they retconned it entirely. Still has Battle Bomb, but it does something else. So you feel like they could have just repurposed this design a bit. Yeah, I agree. I think they didn't expect Ash Greninja to, or I think they didn't expect to make Megas for all the Kalos starters at some point in time. But it definitely was a hype thing for Gen 6 during that era. But now... yeah. If they had a spin-off series and then they brought back Ash Greninja, that'd be pretty cool. If Legends of the Ages had... You know, like old Pokemon games used to have like spiky-eared Pichu. It'd be nice if they had those little gimmick designs again. Approaching 1,000. Actually, do you feel like 1,000 is a good place to stop? I feel like 1,000 is a good place to stop for encounters, and then we can run it to 2,000 the day after. Potentially. But then that would be like a 4-hour stream overall. That's actually not bad. I was gonna do it 4 hours today anyway. Thonkin. RuneScape? Yeah, I feel like old school RuneScape is quite iconic for a lot of people. I've never tried RuneScape though. Tenchi, how ya doing? I had to unplug and plug in your speaker system. Ah. I'm glad your PC is still working. Hopefully one day you get to upgrade whenever you're ready for an upgrade, but I'm just glad it's still working right now. As funky as it may be at the moment. Favorite Pokemon theme music? I actually don't know. It changes. It changes. Mathematically, we should go overall on this one, but hear me out. My luck go crazy. But also, yeah, I think we are still due for a long one to make up for it. I don't know, do you guys have a favorite Pokemon theme song? Or Pokemon... Yeah, Pokemon theme song. I feel like Scarlet Violet had some bangers. I feel like... I don't know, I feel like every generation has their bangers. Like, Scarlet Violet, maybe... The... Loyal 3 song is pretty nice. The Ruin song is pretty nice. Sword Shield had some really good battle music for the gyms. Also, wild Pokemon battles were cool too. Yeah, I think I need to listen to them again. You liked Nth's theme, it was your ringtone for a while? Ooh. Yeah, that one's good, that one's good. Cynthia's theme, Lavender Town. Anything from Gen 4? Yeah! Like, Pokemon overall, like, what I like about video games is not just the gameplay, it's also the music. And Pokemon's music tends to cook. I will say the newer generations kind of fall off for town themes. Because I don't remember what Cortondo Town sounds like. I don't even know if they had a song. But compared to like Gen 5 when you hit Driftvale City, and then you're just like twerking there. You're busting and twerking there. And then they got Accumula Town, which is a very, very memed up song. Little Red is very nice. What's a shiny Pokemon? These are rare colored Pokemon. In this game, it's a 1 in 8192 chance of being shiny. But in newer games, it's a 1 in 4096 chance. So they don't really do anything for stats or boost, but they just look different. They look cool. Hoenn is nice too. Maybe Hoenn is one of my favorite OSTs. Sorry, I hit the mic. Maybe Hoenn has one of my favorite OSTs because it's like so full of brass. I really like brass. Twerking in Driftvale? Exactly. The chill music in the gateways between routes. For which game? Oh, Gen 5. Ooh, wait, no, those are fire. What I liked about Gen 5 as well was that when you walked in that game, you'd hear percussion, like the drums hitting, but then when you weren't walking, it was just quiet. Like, that's such a nice audio feature. That's a crazy twerk as well, oh my gosh. Friendship in chat? Genie Trio theme from Black and White. I think I need to listen to it again. I'll probably know it when I hear it, but off the top of my head, it's not ringing an immediate bell, you know? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stop after 1,000 encounters. And then we'll go into champions and then fight chat. 200 hours? Yeah. 200's pretty good considering how we have 6 shinies. Oh, the gym theme for Black and White, I do remember that one. That one's good. That one's good. Excuse me. You don't want this smoke? Nah, you don't want this smoke right here. We gonna go crazy in champions. Yeah, we're doing viewer battles in champions. I still need to set up this idea that I've had and I have not made it yet. This week has just been... The past couple weeks have been chaotic. But... yeah, we'll try to set up another viewer-involved video in the future. What game is Mr. Rhyme from? Galar, Sword Shield. Oh, the low HP theme from Gen 5. Oh, that one's fun. It's anxiety inducing. Mr. Mime, my scary enemy. Mr. Rhyme is kind of like a little scary. I will say I prefer Mr. Rhyme over Mr. Mime. But like design wise. But I wouldn't want to spend like a day with Mr. Rhyme, you know? In fact, I don't want to be within 10 feet of Mr. Rhyme. Do you think we will ever get a pickle-based Pokemon? That'd be so sick. Yo, put an Oddish in some vinegar, and Just like wait. And then you'll get a pickled oddish. Whoops. Sandwood. Man, I really need to I need to listen to these songs again. Do you have any fragrance sprays that you like wearing? No, not really. I don't really use fragrance sprays. I just smell like me. I don't like perfumes or cologne smells. I think I get a little bit sick smelling them, so I tend to not put them on. I get stomach aches. Mr. Rhyme could be female? Yo, based? Ba, 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 ma, na, ba, na. What I got in my hand? That's my Joy-Con. My Joy-Con to play video game. Pickled shiny oddish. What do you think oddish tastes like? Never thought the whole just that. Oh yeah, so you can play with one Joy-Con if you're playing on Switch. As long as you dock your other Joy-Con. So I'm playing with my right Joy-Con. Like a oddish. A radish next question. What flavor do you think Alcreme would be? I feel like Alcreme would be a vanilla taste flavor, you know? Oh yeah, Undella Town's music is very, very pretty. It does have a lot of flavors, but I feel like the default one in my head is like vanilla. Oh, what does shiny Alcreme taste like? Red velvet cupcake or Alcreme in general. Raspberry, like frosting, strawberry cheesecake. What? I want cheesecake now. Depends on the item you use. Yeah. I think I overcounted, sorry. This is gonna be 988. I want ice cream. White chocolate with raspberry for original Alcreme. I see it. I do see it. Daxbun? I feel like Daxbun just tastes like wheat bread. Oh, Cold Stone is good. I used to get like I think the strawberry blonde, that was my go-to. I haven't been to Cold Stone in so long. But they had like graham crackers in there, they had strawberry ice cream. Oh, that's nice. Have you guys had the what are they called? The swirled ice cream? No, not that. The rolled up ice cream. Daxbun is friend, not food. Real. Okay, we're gonna be stopping at 1,000 encounters and then switch to champions, chat. So, about 6 more. A normal palace. And when we play champions, I will be playing against chat. I don't know what the logistics are entirely. All I know is I can make a room and you guys can fight each other. But if it gets a bit chaotic or people are not able to hop in immediately, let's see here. Then maybe... Maybe... we try to run the arena option. My avatar does look like a lesbian. It's really funny. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's like an accidental, like, this is awesome, you know? I just meant to make a tech bro. Alright, 999. And then the next one will be the final encounter for this stream. Ever been to the cookie place, cookie crumbles or something? Those are good. I don't think I have. I don't know if I've seen one around. Encounter 1000. No shiny Paris today. Which means the magic conch was right and Siri was wrong today. Alright. Pause timer. And we're gonna switch on the champions. I will remake the live real quick, chat. And then... yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Okay,